And I'm back. So I've been doing some thinking. I still don't know what to think, but there are thoughts. I assume there's words, but they haven't gotten here yet. What do I know? Well, I did a little run. Oh, that's the time. There we go. There's the run. Yeah. It was a warm-up, but it was already... The sun was... So I felt like I was just warming up, but I was already like overheated. So I was like, okay, well, I want to run in the morning, so this is good. I wanted to run, so I did. But I wanted to go for a long run tomorrow morning. It's cooler. I can go for longer. So this was just to stretch. A nice 5-mile stretch. It used to be, this was back in spring, this was impossible. I couldn't do this. 6 months ago, this was not possible. Now, it's a stretch. It's a warm-up. That's a lesson in possible. Who knows what'll be possible tomorrow? Time will tell. You know, practice goes a long way. Like crafting. What was conundrum becomes common sense. Coherently conceivable. Imagine that. It's pretty crazy. And I still, even to this day, still do not quite understand. And maybe I don't have the context or the background, or I have no idea what it's like to have lived. I only know how it was like for me to have lived my life, the way it is, the way it was, the way I am, the way things were. It all seemed normal at the time because it was the only childhood I had ever had, so I had no frame of reference to say that it was bad or good, or it's just what I knew. And I thought it was okay. I had nothing to say different. You know, strange. But anyway, what I was going to go with was about how I still don't know what is the almost frantic, frenetic fixation on flirting. What's wrong with flirting? I know for me, it's like I don't know what it is. I don't understand what the difference between friendly and flirting really is. I don't get it. Like today, I could swear that this one woman has a crush on me or something, but I'm not sure. Or maybe she's just being friendly. I don't know. But it's weird. And I just try to, you know, be courteous back without being rude, I guess. Is that I think that's okay. I don't think I've done anything to, you know. Uh, so anyway, I don't know if that's the sort of thing where it's just confusing, because I know it's, you're talking. This is a person who has just been outside of all relationships for a very long time, like a long, long time. So I don't get the context, the subtext, the anything, really. I basically have to be smacked to know that there's something going on. And even then, I'll be like, what? So it can be very frustrating for people to talk to me and get anything more than the basics. You know, name, rank, and serial number. You know. So, but then I'm confused. It's like, why don't I have? It's like I'm so perceptive, but blind at the same time. Maybe that's has worked out to be the way it is for a reason. Adding to my elements of contributing to how it is the way I am and the way I perceive and deal with and approach the world. You know. So maybe it's like it all added up, a cumulative effect, to create who it is I am now. So, and if that's a person that is welcome and wanted and appreciated, then I'm happy to be them. And not happy to be, I'd figure out a way, to be happy to be myself, in some way. Anyway, I find a way. I always have. It hasn't been easy though. I've had to, fight myself and struggle and be horribly just dealing with the world. It's just it's yeah. The peace I find in lack of chaos, or whatever you want to call it. So, whatever this is, whatever is going on, or whatever is not going on, which I still am confused. I can just say that I'm already starting to, because it's been a little while, and I'm starting to, construct ways that, no, I'm mistaken. No, it can't be about me. It's none of my business. I've misread it, misinterpreted, misunderstood something along the way. And, that's where my mind goes. That's how I operate, because it's safer. It doesn't require me to have to do anything or, think outside of what I'm used to, because that's dangerous. So that's part of how I think, and it's like I'm trying to not to do that, because a lot of me, it's natural to shut down, withdraw, disconnect, detach, separate, disassociate, compartmentalize, run away, hide, go quiet, disappear. That's what I do. It is difficult to stay visible. It is difficult to stay talking. None of this is without effort. And I know that it's the same. It's not just me fighting. It is not just me, I know. But I don't know what that's like on the other side. Because we've never spoken. Not directly. Not at the same time. Not that we would want to talk at exactly the same time, because that would be very confusing and, what do you call that? Interrupting. And so that wouldn't be good. But, yeah. But, yeah. The conversation has been a different kind of conversation. And I have no idea what it's been like on the other side of it. I've just been having my own conversation. Loosely, sometimes related, and sometimes just me just talking to myself for a conversation partner. Because I know the history. I'm just leaving a record of what it was like for me at this time, what I was thinking, how I was thinking, and what I was believing and why I believed it, and being wrong and but being right at the same time, and just feeling it out and trying to be okay with whatever. It's difficult just living, just guessing at what's real, because I have no idea most of the time. I just know my own thoughts, my own feelings, and I know that they're real, and that what I believe in, to me, is real. Even if it's not real, it's real to me. And doesn't that lend legitimacy and credibility to whatever it is I'm believing in? Merit? And doesn't it become real? So, I have a lot more questions. And some of the answers I probably won't like. That's why I don't ask too many questions, because I'm afraid. Either that or I already know the answers, and I don't want to hear them confirmed. Or maybe I'd be surprised. Who knows? I like being surprised. Today was a surprise. I didn't want to watch yesterday when I woke up from my long sleep and I saw that. And I was like, oh shit. From last year. Part 2. And it's like, is that... Because man. Has it already been that long? It's crazy. It's been part of my life now for a little while. Having trouble remembering before you. Seems like you've been around. Maybe that's just fantasy. But I'm okay with that. How wondrous, how marvelous, how different. It is a very interesting story. But it's more than that. I'd like to think so. So, in progress, in development, to be continued. So, what now? I don't know, but I'm excited. And I want to see what happens. So I'm going to go take a shower and then probably get something to eat, check in, see if there's anything I need, see if anything's struck me to record, and then I'll probably take a nap. And then I'll wake up this evening and I'll probably do some writing. I'll probably watch again because I'll need to see again, like, is this real? Because I have great trouble with that. I want it to be real. I really do. Is wanting something to be real enough? Or is it, creative thought, imaginative expression, illustration? It was just a recorded piece for a presentation, not specifically designated or targeted or for anyone in particular. It is just an expression, a piece for contemplation, which is possible. That's the logical, rational side of things, the part of me that is scared. From a history of being scared, from a history of being hurt. So that's where the patience comes in. And, patience for myself, with myself, and hopefully from without too. And because I'm used to people getting frustrated at me and angry, and I feel, and, it's like, if you're frustrated with me, imagine how I feel with me all the time. I'm with me all the time. So it's like, so when I have to extend that outward too. It's like, because I don't know what it's like for anybody else. I just know how it's like for me, and then can imagine that, well, if it's like that for me, then maybe it's like that for them too. And same difficulties, different cultures and backgrounds and histories and experiences, and the way it manifests and took over. And in the run, I was thinking about how same affliction, different diseases, or is it the same disease, different afflictions, or whatever you want to call it, the way it manifests. And I don't know. Trauma. But it can get better, right? I think so. That's something I have to believe in. I choose to believe in. Even if nothing's going on, or even if something is going on. I know what I want. I know what I'd like to believe. But what I want and what I'd like to believe are not always, and rarely are, actually accurate. My accuracy is wanting in critical areas. I'm really good at the mundane stuff, but then when it's so, who knows? I am just grasping at tired. It's a long day. And I'm proud to say that since I made the decision, and I have been reusing the same water bottles for a couple weeks now, just refilling them from the tap. I have not been buying new ones, so I didn't have to worry about recycling, so just reusing the same ones. And you know what? These things last a long time. And who knows where the recycling was going anyway, what was happening to it. If it actually was being dealt with responsibly or not, I'm not sure. But I do know that by not purchasing anymore, then that's probably just better in the long run. So anyway, it's not perfect, but it's something. And it turns out the tap water around here, which I was a little bit not sure about, but I think it's okay. It tastes better when it's cold, but other than that, it's not too bad. So I guess I had more to say after my run, but still. Weird. So I'm not crazy. Well, I am, but... And also about sanity, it's like... I have a whole thing about that. But that would take a long time. So... not now. I should go before this gets any longer than it already is. So, but I have a lot more to say. Be well, stay safe.